traveled a lot through many arts, but I was a dancer at first, and then I did an undergraduate degree in painting, and then I went to graduate school as a writer and taught writing, and then came back to painting. I don't know where it comes from in me, but I've had lots of dreams over my life, and the dreams are always, I mean literally dreaming, dreams, and in the dreams I'm painting. So it's always felt very comfortable to me, and I felt like that's what I needed to be doing. I came back to painting after being a writer for a long time because I didn't want to use language anymore. The processes are in some ways the same. You go through the same kinds of things. You know, you begin with something that pushes you in, and then you're faced with all the hard stuff immediately. And then you have to work your way out of that. And that happens in a story, and it happens in a poem, and it happens in a painting. I have jobs, and then I have work, and this is the work. Well, a job is something you do because you have to, and work is something you do because you love what you do. And I love my teaching in that I care about the people I teach. But if you told me tomorrow that I could stop teaching and paint full time, there would be no question what I would choose. I would go that route, especially now because I'm getting old and I don't feel like I have a lot of time. So I want to do my work now. I want to do as much as I can as quickly as I can. And there's a certain ruthlessness in that, you know, about sort of letting go of some of the things I used to do with friends, and that's okay with me. I feel badly, but it comes down to that. It comes down to choose yourself now, choose your work now. What there are in the world to keep us going are the consolations. And for me, the consolations are all in the natural world. So I just wanted to begin a series of paintings in which I'd work my way deeper and deeper into what I feel is the consolation of that world. These are just steps along the way to figuring out how to do that. I wanted to start allowing other things to happen. So it made sense to follow this path I was already on and just let that become the abstraction. One of the themes that came up again and again was a dark place among trees, and particularly pine and other kinds of conifers in great bunches, you know, the way there'll be stands of trees along a hillside. And I kept getting closer and closer to that, and I wanted to go inside that place and see what was in there. The way some people paint paths that go off in the distance, and you get a certain kind of feeling of it's going to open up. You know, there's some magic, there's some secret over there. For me, there's something in there I need to get to, we need to get to. I sometimes call it knocking on heaven's door. You know, it's like, I want to get in, I want to get in. You know, what's there? What's in there? I don't know. But it's a big job, and it's a lifetime's worth of work. But, you know, what could be better to take up? The green is definitely connected with Vermont and the land, which are absolutely where my heart is. I see so much that breaks my heart. Identical condominium kind of houses or McMansions, and that's just the way it's going to be. Things have changed. The more of the land we turn into tract housing and stuff, you know, the less we're going to stay connected with that spiritual part of ourselves. So maybe that's another piece of it, to record as much of that celebration as possible. When you are inside work that you care deeply about, you are in a kind of Buddhist no time, no space place for a while. And we know that that's healing. In fact, we don't have to be artists to do that. That's a human thing we can do, and that it's good for people to do. And in that way, it's spiritual for everyone. When I'm working with color and with my hands, and things are flowing, and there's a certain finesse happening that feels beyond my personal capability, I feel I'm hooking up with maybe what Jung would have called the collective unconscious, or the friends as I think of them. When it works, it's delicious, you know? There's nothing like it. When it doesn't work, or when it's a struggle, when the fear is there, it's just awful. But then there's a little breakthrough, and there's hope, like, oh, wait, that corner works. Then you find your way through. And just color, for me, color and light are just delicious. You know, and we're here, we have these senses, you know, to use the senses and to play in them. That's a childhood thing. I get to be little when I'm doing that. So I'm doing this, but I don't sense that I'm the only one doing this. And also, it just makes me feel a lot of love for the world, and that's pretty hard because the world is a hard place.